Now there are only 5 candidates left in the election house. The pressure is bringing them closer together.
Woo! I think I'm going to drop it. Younger than anyone! Getting back!
But behind the fun and games, there's tension in the purple team. Izzy thinks that either Jack or Quincy isn't pulling their weight.
We won on the mini challenge, but only by like 2 more signatures on average. But I know for a fact that I got 45 signatures. So one person in our team is not pulling it up the same as everyone else.
The Greens think they can taste victory.
I'm not trying to be cocky, but hopefully I don't think, because I really don't know. I really want to get into the top. I've got confidence in myself that I will.
Any one of our 5 candidates could be eliminated in today's show, but they've all done well to have survived so far.
Final Five, oh my God, feels so different to when there were 10 people. It's like, whoa, mega change and everything.
The further you get, the more you want to win and the more upset I'll be if I go out, I think. But being in the Final Five is amazing. Let's just celebrate that, guys. Oh, whoop, whoop. Oh, whoop, whoop. Final Five. Final Five.
Today, 5 will become 4, and it all depends on the leadership challenge. The candidates gather at an old chocolate factory to find out what it is.
Your leadership challenge today is all about chocolate. Now, in front of you in this basket are cocoa beans. Now, as they are now, they don't taste that nice. But once they're turned into chocolate, it's yummy. Yep. Yes. Now, these beans are grown in places where there's hot climates. For example, Ghana. Yep. Where you're from. Yeah. And where is Ghana? Show us on the map.
It's right here in West Africa.
Ghana may be over 5,000 kilometres away, but thanks to a webcam, our candidates can talk to a class full of Ghanaian children whose mums and dads grow cocoa.
Do your families work on their farms?
Yep.
Yay! Do you help them?
Yes.
Do you have fun doing it?
No.
Oh.
Most cocoa workers earn about 50 pence a day, but thanks to fair trade, they don't just work on a cocoa farm, they own it.
What is fair trade?
Fair trade is fair price for my parents.
That means they can earn enough money to keep going.
Do you get time for school?
We have 5 days for school and 3 days for fun.
4 days school, 3 days fun.
So it's like your weekend.
The Ghanaians may have to work so they can go to school, but they still share some hobbies with our candidates.
What football team do you support? Chelsea.
The Ghanaians' cocoa is used to make bars sold by fair trade company Divine Chocolate. 3 of the company's experts will be voting on the winning team. Series judge Jonathan Dimbleby will be eliminating 1 member of the losing team. Jonathan's on the lookout for a strong leader. Anyone showing signs of weakness risks his wrath.
Now I've got to tell you about your challenge, because what you're going to have to do is come up with a new brand of fair trade chocolate to promote to British children.
Each team has to come up with a name and a wrapper for their fair trade chocolate bar.
The name is the key to your brand, and it may or may not be descriptive of the chocolate inside, but it's got to communicate something unique about the product. You've got to think of your unique selling point.
1 member of each team is in charge of words. For the Greens, the pressure's on Hazel to come up with a name.
It needs to be like about fair trade.
Team leader Tudor is allowed to make suggestions.
Don't you think catchy? Don't you think that you can dream?
Something about reaching like goals and dreams and stuff.
If Hazel will let him.
Don't you think you could say about helping kids and helping other kids that aren't as don't have the needs?
Okay, Tudor, shush a minute.
I think we've got to make it like personal, you know what I mean? Because not so you can tell that it's not just a company that's made it up.
Izzy is in charge of coming up with a name for the purple team's chocolate bar.
How about milky or silky or I don't know. I can just like write down loads of ideas.
Yeah, Heather.
Team leader Quincy is allowed to help out, and Izzy's happy to listen to him.
There's something like, I don't know, 1-2 crunch or something. 1-2 crunch.
But it'll have to be like 1.2. crunch.
The purple team have decided on 1-2 crunch. The greens aren't exactly sparking off each other.
Them.
Them.
Maybe them.
What, reach them?
Them. Them.
What, them? Is the name of the bar?
When Hazel does listen, her leader's ideas aren't exactly inspiring.
Them.
With no real leadership from Tudor, Hazel decides what the green team's bar will be called.
Reach their dream. Reach your dream. Reach it. Reach it. Reach for it. Like, reach for the chocolate as well. Reach it.
Jack's designing the purple team's wrapper, and he's certainly a colourful character.
Let's test what colours go together.
Do you think it would be good if we used the theme colours of Ghana? Red, yellow, green and black.
But he's no expert on flags.
The outline could be pink. Should we use pink for the outline?
No, red.
Tudor's been given the job of sketching the green team's wrapper.
Oh my goodness, I have such a good idea. If this is the sheet, have reach it across there and then have two hands, one with the world, one with the Fair Trade logo with stars around the edge. So it's incorporating dreams, goals and the Fair Trade logo all in one with hands.
Unfortunately, art isn't Tudor's strong point.
Interesting, Tudor.
Well, I can't draw. Never mind.
They said it wasn't the artistic value.
So each team knows what their Fair Trade bars are called and what the wrappers look like. It's now time for them to figure out how to sell them.
Now, what we need to do is think of a slogan, OK? A few words that you put with your bar that tells your audience something about the product, yeah? Think about your audience. Think about what you want to communicate with them. Think about how you want them to feel. But also, does it make you cool? Does it make boys fancy you? Does it make girls fancy you? You know, those are sort of values or properties in your brand. And you want a slogan that expresses that. So short, snappy, few words, and memorable, because you really want other people to remember it, yeah?
Unwrap a snap.
Yeah, it could be unwrap and then you've got to snap it.
Unwrap to snap actually does link to 1-2 crunch.
Yeah, because you have to snap it to get
Yeah,
the
exactly.
signal.
Unwrap and snap.
Right, so we've got this. We need to say 1-2 crunch.
Tudor, what about munch and make a difference, then hyphen, then we'll reach it? Or munch and make a difference? Because you've got
That's good. Munch to make a difference.
Yes!
Each team has to present their ideas to the judges.
Panel, thank you for joining us today. It's now time to hand over to the purple team to present to you their pitch.
Will they have the confidence to get their ideas across?
1-2 crunch. Just unwrap and snap. Now, for our task, we were asked to create a chocolate bar that was original, and our target audience were actually kids. Now, the name was very important because we needed a name that was catchy and snappy and stuck in children's heads.
After Quincy's strong start, the spotlight's on Izzy.
So we listed lots of possibilities and we finally came up with the 1-2 crunch. Now this is a great one because you can use it in two ways. It can be the one to crunch, like the only chocolate bar, but also 1-2 crunch, which is different because it uses numbers.
Izzy makes a pitch-perfect performance, concentrating on how fun their bar will be.
It's easy, it's fun, it's no hassle.
But can Jack finish the purple team's pitch and style?
Now, the Fair Trade would be at the bottom of the packet and it would be embedded on the chocolate. So if you missed it on the packet, as soon as you put that chocolate in your mouth, you will see it's Fair Trade.
Panel, you've just seen the purple pitch. It's now time to hand over to the green team to present to you their pitch.